Give me.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Political Football. My name is Dave. I will be here with Scott shortly. He has disappeared.
He's back.
Okay, so Scott, I assume you just had to go take a massive dump. How was it?
No. I mean, I did that. That's why it was nothing. We're good.
Related to that, Scott, do you have a bidet?
Nope.
You should get a bidet.
What are you trying to say? Has my wife reached out to you?
No, she has not. But here's the thing.
That'd be wild.
I didn't start using a bidet until I was 38 years old. So I want to make sure that when I say this, everybody knows I'm talking about myself for a long time as well. If you do not use a bidet, you have a dirty butthole.
Okay.
That's just all there is to it. I'm not even judging. I'm just telling people. I know it's not common here in the United States, but this is one of those things we absolutely have to start taking from other cultures, preferably Japanese style, not French style, but it doesn't matter.
Explain the difference.
The French ones are the ones that tend to be like separate from the toilet and like their own sort of device or whatever, whereas the Japanese ones are like electric. They connect to the toilet. It's like they're part of the toilet seat with their entire own electric like console on the side.
Okay. I have to ask this question. I'm
Yes.
going to ask you, but how does it know exactly where, do you get what I'm asking?
Yes, it fires in an arc. And they generally have two settings, either rear or front. Now, as men, we don't have to worry about front as much, but they have two settings and they fire in an arc. So unless you're like Tyrion Lannister or Shaquille O'Neal, it's like socks don't have to be the exact same size for everybody. Like they fit a lot of people.
Okay.
It's the same sort of idea. Right? The arc is going to get you,
Okay.
But you can control pressure to control the arc. You control temperature with these fancy Japanese ones, not with like a quick one. But what I'm saying is that everybody needs to get a bidet. This is like if I were running for president, this would be like my one thing where people are like, what the hell is he talking about? But it doesn't matter. Like
the great unifier, Dave Rolls.
Yeah, it's just one of those. It's one of those things where like we don't think that we need it because you think going with the dry paper or some food wipes is sufficient. But the truth is you don't realize it's not sufficient to use a bidet.
I did not have this on the bingo card of things we'd be just talking about. I really didn't. But
I mean, you just never know. You never know.
I guess.
But yeah, it's I imagine it's sort of like people, this didn't happen to me, I'm too young, but people who drove only manual transmission and got their first automatic.
Yeah.
It's like a manual transmission was bad necessarily.
Yeah.
But there's a reason why everybody drives an automatic now.
Sure. I don't even think they're really making manual transmissions anymore.
Yeah, it's the same idea. Like this is get a bidet, people. That's what I'm saying here. Aside from this,
I'm sold.
Yeah. That's a big fancy one, but yeah, it's definitely it is truly life-changing.
All right.
Yeah. People think I'm not kidding. This is something people need to do. This will be a TikTok, by the way. We'll see what the comments say.
Okay.
I'll put Japan as the location. We get some good comments. So we're going to recap the wild card round, the games that happened there during wild card weekend. We're going to preview the upcoming divisional games as well. I do have the lines and totals ready to go for those games this week. So we're ready to go there. Today was a hellacious day. The Trump administration slashed $2 billion from addict and mental health services, addiction and mental health services. And so this has just been horrible for me personally, as well as just the country in general. So I started making my notes 20 minutes ago So it
We're
may
good.
not be as smooth as we're used to. Luckily, Scott is a computer when it comes to this stuff, and he'll have everything.
Oh no, we are in trouble. If you're relying on me to remember anything, we're in trouble. Lots of trouble.
Scott, going back to last Saturday, what was the first game played? Come on, man! I just called you computer.
Was it Buffalo and Jacksonville?
It was not. That was the first game on Sunday. Rams 34, Panthers 31.
There you go. That was the next one I was going to guess.
Yeah. So in this game, Carolina takes a late lead, 2:39 to go, a Bryce Young to Jalen Coker touchdown, and then supposed MVP, though he struggled to beat Carolina, was able to lead the Rams back down the field and throw a great pass to Colby Parkinson to win the game. My big takeaway from this game was that the Panthers will be Jacksonville next year. And the Rams still have not played a really good, complete football game for like 4 weeks now.
It was surprising how poor the Rams played. They struggled the entire. Maybe it's just a matchup thing. Like Carolina beat them like a month ago or 5 weeks ago. And if you were like me and you dismissed that going into the playoffs and you didn't think that Carolina would offer much of a challenge, you were wrong, like me. But still, I do wonder. Like, I don't think the Rams played good. Stafford did not play good. Puka Nacua was awesome, but
but he had one huge drop on at least a 40-yard gain, probably touchdown.
Yeah, but to me, I thought that ball got there really quick, and I don't know if he ever really saw it. It still hit him right in the hands.
Yeah,
catch the ball.
Catch this game is what that's the game-winning touchdown. They don't need the late great play to Parkinson.
Yeah,
if they
agreed, it just
make that play.
I mean, it was for him, like he doesn't drop passes like that, so it was weird to see. But still, I thought the Rams played kind of a bad game, and it was interesting to see Carolina kind of hang in there. What'd you think of Bryce Young's performance?
I think that Bryce Young good games sort of look like this.
Yeah.
But I don't see Bryce.
Yeah,
I don't see Bryce Young getting much better from here. Even though it's weird because he's so young.
If he's just sort of capped as a distributor kind of player, and there are going to be games where he does look good, but against pressure and the kind of stuff he faced in this matchup, this is about the best you could hope for.
Yeah.
It was crazy. I'm sure we'll get into them all, but all of the I think of the first 4 or 5, maybe it was just the first 4. All the teams that had the lead at the 2-minute warning lost. It's kind of crazy. It's wild stuff.
ChatGPT says that the leading receiver of this game was Carolina, 9 catches for 130 yards and a touchdown. A player named James Mitchell. No, the stats are right, but the player is Jalen Coker, and I don't know who James Mitchell is.
Mitchell was a tight end for maybe Virginia Tech, who the Lions drafted many years ago.
Was that Logan Thomas?
Nope.
Oh.
Logan Thomas played quarterback for Virginia Tech.
I was saying he did go to Virginia Tech, yeah.
But then he transitioned to tight end. As quarterbacks are, as they like the athletic quarterbacks to do.
Bears 31, Packers 27. This was cathartic. I was very happy to see the Packers lose this game.
It is a wild game. A tale of two halves, I suppose, right?
Yeah, as it always is for the Bears this year, which is why they're not going to win the Super Bowl, because they're going to try to do this shit against the wrong team and not be able
too
to
far down. Yeah.
But the Bears down 21-3 at halftime after Caleb Williams throws 2 interceptions, but then come all the way back. And I don't know if you saw this, Scott, but the game when he touched on to DJ Moore was a play the Commanders used to score on the Bears earlier this year, and Ben Johnson stole it, stuck it in the playbook for the exact right situation.
Is that the bubble screen where they all block and then Moore just released up the field? Yeah, it was awesome.
Yes, great but the trick that they did to sell the bubble screen is they overload the O-line to one side. There was only a guard and a tight end to the right, and they moved Darnell right to the far end left side of the line. So when they moved him out to block it, like double sold the bubble screen, they just ignored DJ Moore. But that's exactly the play the Commanders ran on them to get a right open touchdown to Luke McCaffrey. If it's get Luke McCaffrey wide open, it'll get DJ Moore wide open.
Yeah. No, that was an awesome play. And Colston Loveland is spectacular. And I hate it because he's in Chicago, but
yes,
you got to recognize just how good he is. He's really good.
Hey, at least JJ McCarthy sucks. So we don't have to suffer for two of these guys in the division.
Yeah, we'll see.
Colston Loveland in this game, 8 catches for 137 yards. Going into next year, Bowers and McBride should be 1 and 2 at the tight end position. However, both of them have open coaching situations, open quarterback situations. Colston Loveland as the number 1 tight end option isn't crazy.
No, I would imagine Bowers and Mendoza are just going to get along like Jenny and Forrest, right? Like, I mean, they're just going to be best friends, they are.
Well, we know Bowers likes Trump, so he's Forrest Gump in this situation because he ain't that bright. And so are you saying that Mendoza's going to forget about him for years at a time?
No.
He's going to keep
Jenny,
feeding
Jenny was abusive to Forrest. She was terrible to him. She really was. I didn't think we'd be talking about this either.
Jenny is a villain in that story, but the reason why she's a villain is so connected to her childhood makes so much sense.
Yeah.
And I don't like when people say that she's a villain. I like, you have to have more compassion for this young woman, everything she had to struggle with as a child.
She's doing the best she could do. Right.
Yeah. It was horrible. Like she's not a good person, but like, she's not Thanos. You know what I mean? Like, this is not a villain character.
Yeah. I don't think that she's a bad person. I just think that she had stuff, like lots of stuff.
Yeah, a villain is like Anakin Skywalker, because sure, your childhood was horrible, but then you get to go like to the Jedi Temple and train, like you get your 3 squares and all that, and some good mentorship and everything. Jenny get none of that. She just had to figure it all out on her own. Yeah. And I don't like people talk shit about Jenny. It's not an excuse for the behavior. I'm just saying I don't like it.
Yeah, it's understandable.
Yeah. To that end, I understand why the Packers are going to extend Matt LaFleur. But I'm not sure that they should. Yeah.
I don't think they should either. It feels like they have maximized their abilities with this current roster. And I understand that you didn't have Micah Parsons, and that changes everything. But you don't have a first-round pick in 2026. You don't have a first-round pick in 2027. How's that team going to get better?
Well, I think from the Packers' point of view, we don't have first-round pick in 26 or 27. Who the hell's going to come here?
Sure.
But that could be what they're thinking there too.
Maybe, but it still is. They need more, right? I mean, watching that game, the way Jordan Love played in the first half, and the off, they're dynamic. It was easy.
Yeah.
And then it's like, what happens? How does that happen to go from the first half to the second half where it suddenly looks so difficult? And I just wonder, is that a coaching issue? Because that's kind of been a thing for them for a while.
Well, and we say this a lot. We bring up injuries at the end of the season, but the truth is that success in the NFL does come down to maintaining health as well. Mm-hmm. And so for the Packers, missing Micah Parsons is a major deal. This is not just like a random person.
No, this is a huge ordeal.
Yeah. That's a team changing loss, right? Second only probably to the quarterback. And honestly, given how good Malik Willis has played, they might have been better off losing Jordan Love instead.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then also for them, losing Tucker Kraft, given their receiving core, losing Tucker Kraft is a big deal. And also losing Zach Tom off the offensive line. Yeah. Huge for them as well. Yeah. So they had enough. There's like a threshold, and they crossed the injury threshold to the point to where I'm like, okay, it's so like, I understand why they've lost so many, they lost so many games. They lost the games the way that they lost them. Yeah. Where I'm not so sure it's coaching, but I'm with you. LaFleur feels like Tomlin, like this, or John Harbaugh, like it's done. There's
Yeah, I
nowhere
mean,
else to go.
I don't want to speak with conviction about whether it's coaching or not because I don't know, but it doesn't feel like. I mean, looking at the division, looking at the Bears, looking at the Lions, and then knowing what you have as the Packers, does it feel like you're super optimistic going forward, knowing you don't have 2 first-rounders and back-to-back drafts, and you kind of are what you are, what you have? I mean, Tucker Kraft is a big deal, like you said. It is. Getting Parsons back is a big deal, but it's still Jordan Love. They're going to choose Jordan Love over Malik Willis. At some point in time, Josh Jacobs is going to age out. My assumption is that's going to happen pretty soon. So I don't know. But then again, things could be so much worse too. They could get a lot worse by making a bad decision about their coaching. It's just, they're in a bad spot.
Yeah, but they might also be in a better position just waiting until next year, given how crazy the coaching carousel is this year.
Yeah, that's true.
Sorry, having to
You're good.
answer a quick question for a friend. She needed opinions on black hairstyles, and I'm half qualified for that because while I am black, the hair is lacking. But I figured I'd still offer my expertise while I could.
I got nothing to say about it.
Moving on to Sunday, Bills 27, Jaguars 24. I found this going to be extremely frustrating because I thought this was a game Jacksonville should have won.
Yep.
And it'd be a good story if Buffalo won the Super Bowl finally. But it'd be a better story if Trevor Lawrence won the Super Bowl and Clev had to come on the show.
It'd be awesome for us.
Yeah.
But you're going to get that same story when Drake May wins the Super Bowl, just from a different person.
That's true.
Yes. So we can spin that in a positive direction. I was frustrated watching that game that Jacksonville refused to go into tempo. They refused to change the dynamic of Trevor Lawrence sitting back and making what I would describe as curious decisions. There are times where I think he is much better if he is just playing and not necessarily trying to think stuff out, right? And sometimes that means running with him. Just let him play, let him make plays. And there are times when they make it look good. They make things look. I mean, I said like the Packers made it look easy. Jacksonville can do that too, but then when they get stuck, it's confusing because at the end of the first half, Jacksonville marches down the field because they're in up tempo, and it's like, and I know that's not their offense because of the Liam Cohen stuff, but it was still like sometimes you need to make these decisions to just win.
One other thing I noticed about Jacksonville here, Travis Etienne had a very good season. When Bayashel Tutin was on the field, he was bringing way more juice in this game. And I feel like they were sort of undone by Etienne's good season. They just couldn't admit to themselves that, Tutin got 16 carries in this game, but they just couldn't just fully commit to that Tutin's the best running back here.
Yeah.
And Etienne's a free agent this year, and he will be, they're just Kansas City, buddy.
It's interesting too because I thought the same thing because when Tutin came in, he had like 3 carries and like his first 3 carries went for like 40 yards. And it's
he just has the juice. Yep.
Yeah.
See, nothing else really from this game. Another good game. Another good game came out of the wire.
It was a good game. I mean, Josh Allen was a warrior in this game. He went to the blue tent 3 times, I think.
Yeah.
I thought he absolutely obliterated his knee. When he got tackled down by the goal line, I thought it was over.
Me too. Yeah.
And, and then when he came back in, it was very obvious he did not want to he didn't want to transfer his weight onto his left leg, throwing the ball. So everything was coming out kind of high, late high. He's throwing off his back foot. He just didn't want to put any weight on that. I wonder what kind of impact that'll have coming forward because he's got the foot injury too. But yeah. I mean, he did all the Josh Allen things in that game.
Yeah, well, we'll get to the game against Denver, but if he's less than fully mobile in that game, that could be a problem.
Yeah.
Sunday night, or Sunday middle day, 49ers 23, punk ass Eagles 19.
Yeah.
Kevin Patullo. So Jake off stream called former Chargers offensive coordinator Greg Roman a football terrorist.
Okay.
And I thought it was a little harsh. I don't think it's harsh to say that about Kevin Patullo.
It's confusing, isn't it?
I'm not a film guy, but I understand when somebody else breaks down film for me.
Yeah.
I saw at least half a dozen people breaking down the fact that they ran like 4 concepts in the pass game, the entire game.
Yeah.
And that on their final play, they come out right before the play clock runs down, so they don't have time to put the receiver in motion, so they have to take a timeout. They come back to the same formation out of the timeout to run the exact same play. They get the receiver in motion, which then shows the defense, giving them, I believe it was a 4-quarter look. And they just ran 4 verts directly into it.
Yep.
They had A.J. Brown one-on-one on the outside to do anything. So I understand that A.J. Brown dropped what probably would have been the game-winning catch. But the biggest culprit for this offense being bad is definitely Kevin Patullo. And people come out and say, like, he had to simplify the offense because Jalen Hurts can't make the throws. No, Jalen Hurts is a Super Bowl champion. You're Nick Sirianni's buddy, right? Well, Jalen Hurts is not Joe Montana out here, but don't come with me with this bullshit that Jalen Hurts is the problem with the pass game.
It is so confusing that their offense has looked the way it has in the past with the same quarterback. And yet people want to blame the quarterback.
What if there's anything distinct about the quarterback that would lean people to do that? Especially as it concerns passing the ball.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, if you think Jalen Hurts sucks, but Jackson Dart is amazing, 1, take off your MAGA hat. It's hideous. And 2, we see you. No, if you think they're both good or they both suck, that's one thing.
Yeah. And I'm sure it's much more complicated than we're giving it. But still, Jalen Hurts has looked really good in the past.
I think it's a cycle. I think Jalen Hurts. I think Jalen Hurts knows his offense is garbage, and like it just sort of feeds itself.
It's not just Jalen Hurts. It seems like a lot of them know that the offense is just brutal.
And AJ Brown dropping that pass. People make mistakes. People make errors. It happens. You cannot talk all that mess all season and then drop that pass.
Yep.
Right. You cannot. Right. I people could talk your shit. Like say what you feel, but you got to be able to back it up. And in the biggest moment, he absolutely folded. So he has lost his talk your shit privileges. Going forward, shut up, play football. Not because that's how every player should play, but you did it's over for you. You just have to be quiet now. You can start talking again when you make up for this. But until then, you just no matter how you're feeling, don't be talking to the media. Don't be going to the owner. Just go out there and play. That was so embarrassing. I felt second level cringe for him because the way he's been approaching things and then drop that pass.
Yeah, I wonder if he's going to get out of there soon.
I mean, they could get good for him, I'm sure.
They could. I don't know what Philly's going to do. They made a lot of moves to try to but I don't know. What are you going to do? I mean, Jalen Phillips cost a third-round pick. He gave him two total sacks, I think.
I think that A.J. Brown could stay there if they got rid of Patullo.
Yeah.
and they're able to bring in a more exciting passing coordinator
Yeah.
for the offense. But yeah, he might even just want to be out of there at this point.
It just feels like that. He's just, I got to be out of here. Which is weird because I mean it's not that long ago. They won a Super Bowl last year.
When he got traded from Tennessee, was it beef with Vrabel, or was it just that the team wasn't going to give him the extension he was looking for?
I don't necessarily know if it was Vrabel related stuff. It seemed like it was more John Robinson related GMing, which was weird because you really didn't get enough for him when they made that trade.
They did not.
They did not. But yeah, I don't know. I would imagine. I don't know what his contract is like, but
New England is a perfect destination for AJ Brown.
Yeah,
assuming he and Mike Vrabel actually get on.
Yes, yeah. So let's make the assumption, I guess.
Yeah, but yeah, New England would just replace the shambling corpse of probably soon to be jailed Stephon Diggs, allegedly, with AJ Brown instead. Also, quick aside, I don't know what happened with the Rashee Rice situation. All I know is I fully 100% believe the woman making these accusations. And this is why when somebody does something wrong and they're paying their punishment for it, you shouldn't act like a fool supporting them as if they're being treated unjustly. I'm referring to the free four shirts that Travis Kelce and all that were wearing when he was serving his suspension for his reckless driving that caused like a 5-car accident in Dallas, right?
Yeah.
He's not a political prisoner. He didn't get an unfair sentence, right? Like, don't do that when they actually did that thing because they might do more things in the future. Now you're out here wearing free four shirts and the mother of his 2 children is out here accusing him of some very bad stuff.
Yeah.
With what appears to be photo evidence, and you're out here in a free four shirt.
My assumption is if this all comes to pass, he's going to be gone. He's going to get a very, very long suspension. It would be, I'm not saying it wouldn't be well deserved.
Yeah. This is my issue with how we as a people view the results of the criminal justice system. Henry Ruggs negligently and recklessly killed a person.
Yeah.
And he's in jail for 6 years for it.
Uh-huh.
And I don't have an issue with that. I think that's an appropriate punishment for that crime, right? If the allegations against Rashee Rice are true, Rashee Rice is a much longer term harm causer consistently than Henry Ruggs.
As far as like a repeat offender kind of person?
And just like as a human being, right? Like Henry Ruggs was a young man who made an extremely stupid mistake that had extremely grave consequences, and he's paying the price for it. If Rashee Rice only gets a major suspension
he's lucky.
No jail time, assuming these allegations are true, I would be feeling some kind of way if it was Henry Ruggs.
Yeah,
right? Tyreek Hill, Adrian Peterson, these where there's allegations of repeat abuse, but no one thing can stick, so they can kind of just keep skating and skating and skating. But you have one incident that was truly unintentional, but a very stupid decision that had really grave consequences.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that when Henry Ruggs walks out of jail, to me, he's a free man able to go back about his life.
Yeah.
And if Rashee Rice never goes to jail, he's never clear in my book. It's like the Deshaun Watson thing. Deshaun Watson is 100 times worse than Henry Ruggs. Deshaun Watson ever killed a person.
The repetitive stuff, and I get what you're saying about Rice. I mean, this isn't just a one-off about, reckless driving. This is now reached a different level of behavioral problems.
And I saw it was TJ Hushmanzada on a podcast, and he said that the reason that he is inclined to believe the mother in this case, aside from the fact that generally should believe accusers in these cases, is that they've been together for a long time and she's the mother of his children. Like, you would not think that she would want to falsely accuse the kid's father of something and have the kids have to go through that or live with that or have the repercussions of that going forward.
Yeah.
Falsely.
Yeah.
Right. And I thought that was a good point from TJ Hushimazili. Championship. Man, that's back in the
That's a long time ago.
Geekly days, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's way back there. Anyways, the 49ers won this game, and it was annoying. They lost George Kittle to an Achilles. I don't see them winning a Super Bowl without him. He's too important to their offense.
Yeah.
He's too important to CMC's
in a variety
success.
of ways. I mean, he's a great blocker, not just a pass catcher.
I don't see them being able to win the Super Bowl here. They can beat Seattle, but I don't see him winning 3 more games against good teams.
Yeah.
Patriots 16 against the Chargers 3. Now, the Chargers made the playoffs, Scott.
Was it 16-13 or 16-3?
16-13.
Okay.
No, 16-3. They just beat the crap out of them, didn't they?
I'd love to tell you.
Now I got to double check. This is why I don't.
I'm looking.
16-3.
16-3, yeah.
Yeah,
so
that
was almost like they didn't show up. So maybe we were right last week.
Yeah,
sorry, fellas.
The Chargers came out into this game with one of the worst offensive lines in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Without Slater, without all. I mean, they're running out there. Somebody pointed out like the PFF grades for the their introductions, how bad they were. And it was just clear. Justin Herbert had no chance. And I had people at the job tell me that Justin Herbert's overrated. Justin Herbert sucks. And I'm like, prime Joe Montana puts up 3 points in this situation.
Yeah, just the holding the ball and just getting obliterated, it's just, but what are you going to do with missing both of those tackles are really good. Those guys are really good players.
You could argue the offense is sort of built around them.
Yeah. I would imagine that Harbaugh would tell you the same things too.
Yeah, so I don't really blame the Chargers here. It just kind of sucks that could we have just gotten a different team in here maybe to maybe try something?
Yeah,
anything. Could we just squeeze them Baltimore? Could we squeeze in Cincinnati? It just would have been better than what we saw here. Patriots won. Now, a lot of folks are saying that they didn't look very good in this game. This was a 1952 Iowa-Michigan State game. Run, punt, defense. They can't do anything on offense. Just do not turn it over. Don't give them field position. Bo constrict the game. There's nothing they can do. It was the way to play this game. I don't think Drake didn't have to do anything.
Yeah.
Because they have to do anything.
Yeah. No, I totally agree that they needed to do they needed to grind that game out the way they did.
Yep.
And they did.
Yeah.
Moving on, right?
Why dip into the playbook? Save it for later. You just sit on them basically. Texans 30, Steelers 6.
Yeah.
Would have been better if it was Baltimore. The Texans scored 2 defensive touchdowns in this game.
Yeah.
Which I want to rant about for fantasy purposes, but I won't. This game was close. It was 7-6 going into the fourth quarter, but it kind of never felt like the Steelers were going to win. Not legitimately. Like maybe they recover a fumble and kick a field goal, win 9-7, but never felt like the Steelers were ever going to take control of this game. We were just sort of waiting for the floodgates to open, and eventually they did for Houston.
Yeah. Yep. What's up with Nico Collins? He's got a concussion. I don't know what his status is.
It's his second one this season. I think he's going to miss the upcoming game, which is a real bummer.
Yeah, that's going to be a problem.
It's hard for me to see them winning in New England without him.
Yeah. Yeah.
But his second of the year passing protocol by then seems Seems
Yeah,
tough.
yeah. I mean, they were going to have to rely on their defense no matter what. Anyway, it's just the margins just became, a lot smaller.
Yep, absolutely. Aaron Rodgers, though, to his credit, the last pass of his career did go for a touchdown.
Good for him.
Good for him.
I'm very proud of you.
So yeah, good on him. Trivia question related to this: Brett Favre threw his first ever career touchdown pass to which player?
Sterling Sharp. I have no idea.
The answer is Brett Favre.
Oh, really?
Batted back to him and he ran it in.
Wow.
Yeah. So I just sort of like
That's
the
an
two
out there
bookends for the
question.
Packers guy there. Yeah. Yeah, that was one of my favorites. Back in the day, that was a final question on Stump the Schwab, but I knew the answer and the Schwab did it. I was so excited.
I bet you were.
I probably should have got assessed then, honestly, but but we didn't know. We didn't know. Okay, let me get my notes in order here because I didn't. Did I do this the right way? Give me 1 second. 1 second. Oh yeah, okay, I got him here. So for the games coming up, I have notes on the lines, the over-unders, and if they played earlier this season, right? So the first game on Saturday, January 17th, which is my dad's birthday. Shout out Don.
Happy birthday.
I'm not gonna out how old he is, but he remembers when color TVs were introduced. Bills at Broncos, 4:30 p.m. on CBS. The Bills are favored by 1.5. Disrespectful.
How?
Disrespectful.
A little bit.
I know that like NFL teams don't like to talk about lines and whatever. Sean Payton should be using this as built-in board material.
This should be up on the chalkboard kind of thing. Yeah.
That is an absolutely disrespectful number.
This is what the masses think of you people.
Right.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. And I'm just quickly checking the other lines to make sure that chat didn't like reverse the minus and the plus, but they did it. The other ones are all correct. So it really is Bills minus 1.5.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Now, to be fair, a couple of my FFPC lineups will be in great shape if the Bills win this game. A Denver one and done is okay for me for some fantasy purposes, but honestly, we mentioned it earlier.
I'm looking at ESPN. It's got Denver minus 1.5.
Well, now we got to do some checking here. Now we got to do some looking.
The total's 45.5.
I have 46.5, so maybe it moved.
Yeah, I suppose. I don't know what would have caused it to move, but we're good. Just
okay.
I mean, it's still kind of disrespectful, though. Still is.
Okay. I am still seeing. I am now seeing Denver favored by 1.5, which does make a lot more sense. I actually think that's a fair line. I don't think that's disrespectful at all. Okay, that's a much more fair line.
If we go with the concept that you're a 3-point favorite at home, right?
So on a neutral field, the Bills would be favored by 1.5.
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
I can see that.
Really?
I could see that.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not saying I would bet it, but I can see that being more fair than in Denver.
Yeah.
Now, one thing here is that if Denver happens to catch some weather, the Bills won't care. So the Bills, I don't think Denver's going to. I think the weather's going to be great. But if they did, it wouldn't impact them at all. So they do lose a little bit of home field advantage there. And if they play the Patriots in the next round, same thing.
Yeah.
So they do lose that there. I just don't see how, if Josh Allen is anything less than fully mobile, the Bills could win this game because he's going to have to run. And he's going to get pressure from Nick Bonito.
He's going to get harassed for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his receiver core is dog shit.
There's going to be a conversation around Josh Allen, and I wonder. I don't know if I believe it or if I want to buy into it, but it's in and around the idea that he can't sustain like a legit wide receiver one type of player. So as much as they've tried, whether it's Gabe Davis or Amari Cooper, I know I see it. or Keon Coleman or all these other guys, the play style there it just drives away from. I mean, it's more of a Josh Allen stat than it is about the receivers. But
counter argument: when prime Steph Diggs was there, he maintained him just fine. After that, it's been nothing but dust balls.
Yeah, yes, but they continue to draft guys and they continue to try to bring players in for him, and it's like maybe you're bringing in the wrong types of play. Like I think what they're trying to say is that, and I think the context is what they should talk about. Instead of drafting Keon Coleman, who is a jump ball kind of contested catch guy, you probably should be drafting who gives a shit about the athleticism. Bring a super smart guy in here who can do the same thing for Mahomes, what Kelsey did. Like you know what I mean? Like, hey, the play's breaking down. I know exactly where Josh Allen wants me to go now. I think it's more important than the contested, because Josh Allen doesn't throw passes like that. So there's some credibility to what they're saying, and I think it's reasonable. But it's
not a Josh Allen issue. It's a Brandon Beane issue.
Correct. It's not about Josh Allen. It's they're bringing in the wrong type of receiver for him, the wrong kind of players for him, and then instead of being sold on dude jumping out of the gym or running fast 40s and all that stuff, maybe it's more. I mean, you can see the chemistry with Shakir, right? So when plays break down, I would be looking for a guy who understood exactly where open space was and where it was going to be. I would go find that guy.
Josh Allen has been at his best throwing to Stephon Diggs, Cole Beasley, and Khalil Shakir. They pass on Ladd McConkey for Keon Coleman.
Yep. Yes. My assumption is Ladd McConkey probably would be a much better player for Josh Allen because he will find open space and understanding, when plays break down where he needs to be, right? So,
yes.
I mean, we'll see. Maybe Buffalo will learn from this. But I read it and I thought that's pretty interesting. An interesting thought. Now, we shouldn't be bagging on Josh Allen though. It's not about him so much as it is about their inability to find a good fit for him.
Right. It's not like we're talking to Bryce Young and he's like, I can't throw it to Ted. He's not the type of receiver I use. Like, Bryce, you suck. Throw it to Ted. Like, Josh Allen could be like, listen, go get me guys that fit what I do.
Yeah. Yeah. But good luck trying to, diagnose that. I mean, I would be looking at receivers playing in offenses where the quarterbacks tend to want to run a little bit. And when plays break down, what do they do when plays break down? Right?
The Bills' best outside receiver, Shakir's the best receiver. The best outside receiver right now is Brandon Cooks.
Yeah.
The Seahawks got Rashid Shaheed for a 5th round pick.
Yep.
How do you not give a 4th and beat it? Like, you don't look at your roster and beat it and get Shaheed in the building.
I don't know.
Brandon Beane is not a good GM. He drafted Josh Allen. Good on him. But, like, you can't just have one. It's like Mike Tomlin and John Harbaugh trying to coast on their Super Bowls from so long ago. Like, those are great accomplishments, but you have to do the rest of it too.
Yeah.
And Brandon Beane's not a good GM. And I don't think Sean McDermott is that great of a coach. McDermott's a better coach than Beane as a GM.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
But if they wanted to clean house in Buffalo, I wouldn't blame them. The thing is, they won. So
yeah. But this week's gonna be interesting. They're up against it a touch.
Yeah. Sunday. Wait a second.
That was the first game of Saturday.
Yes. But
Saturday night.
Okay. I got it.
Okay.
My notes. I was reading my notes wrong. I got it. My apologies. Second game on Saturday, 8 p.m. 49ers at Seahawks. Seahawks favored by 7.5, over under 45.5. Both of those are very fair numbers, in my opinion. These are divisional opponents, so they've played twice this week. In week 1, the 49ers won 17-13. However, that's when both teams are at full strength.
Yeah.
And you could argue that the 49ers with Bosa and Warner and Kittle might be better than the Seahawks.
Maybe.
But without them, certainly not. And then in the second game they played in week 18, the 49ers won 13, or the Seahawks won 13-3, which is what got them the number 1 overall seed in the first place.
Yeah.
So when they played with both those games have been high stakes, of course, but the second game really playing it with Kittle, the Seahawks still win. I think 7.5 is more than fair. I really don't see a way the 49ers win this game unless we get Sam Darnold turn into a go-seeing pumpkin.
That is definitely the only way it'll happen. It's definitely in the range of outcomes, though, isn't it?
It is, but I don't think it's very likely. Not in this game.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know how the 49ers are going to pressure him and make him feel, what he's going to have to feel to see ghosts. I don't know how they're going to do that. Yeah. And I would imagine Seattle's going to want to run the ball and kind of, maybe I'm wrong, but it's just, take the air out of the ball, reduce possessions. Let's not give the 49ers offense the ball. Let's just do our best to keep it ourselves. And they're going to run. I think they're going to run heavy.
If we get a Sam Darnold versus Caleb Williams NFC title game, will Cleve just move to the Outback and wander around the desert for 20 years?
He's going to go out and walk about. Yeah.
He's going to start seeing ghosts with their fingernails painted.
Oh, God.
Which, by the way, I was thinking about doing that, painting my nails, because I can't really think of anything I want to get a tattoo for. The only thing I think of the tattoo for would be like for my children, which I don't have any.
Sure.
There's nothing else in my life that I feel can be so permanently good that I'd want it stuck.
What about your wife's name?
Shit happens.
Okay.
Not that I'm expecting that.
No, but yeah. As it was coming out of my mouth, I thought, yeah, probably not.
Even if it's something like, she gets hit by a bus, right?
Yeah.
As I'm trying to go through the grieving process, do I want her name? Like,
no, you don't want to
step out of the shower,
no.
Right? Now, if there were to be a second person after that, they should be okay with the reason that the name, like, they shouldn't have an issue with that. Mm-hmm. If they did, that probably would be a good lineup. But, so nothing I'm going to get a tattoo for. But nails are temporary.
Yeah.
Maize and blue, Honolulu blue and silver, whatever. But Megan made a good point. She was like, it's such a hassle. And they peel and you pick at them. I'm a nail biter in the first place.
Yeah. You'd end up swallowing all. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think I'm going to do it, but I just wanted on the record that I would seriously consider painting my nails. So, in case anybody happens to be watching this and they're on the fence as well because they think it's effeminate or something. Which, by the way, I don't understand. Like, why is painting your nails a gendered thing? It makes no sense.
I don't know.
It's like tattoos aren't gendered. Dyeing your hair is not gendered. It just like, why is wearing blue jeans isn't gendered? Like, why is painting your nails considered gendered? It's so weird to me.
I don't know. Maybe I guess it's something women have done for a while, and I don't know if just societally accepted that's how it is. I have no idea.
Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense to me. I don't even mean in the like theoretical nothing should be gendered sense. Yeah, I just mean like this particular thing seems weird to me. Yeah, that this is a thing that's gendered. So if you're a man out there, you want to paint your nails, I say go for it. Our future Super Bowl MVP does.
Oh boy.
Sunday, 3:00. Sunday, 3:00. Texans at Patriots. Patriots favored by 3. Over under is 4.5. If Nico Collins misses, this line will jump up to the 3.5.
Yeah. Maybe it'd be smart if you're inclined to do the betting thing. Taking New England right now might make some sense if you get the 3. Just a little protect yourself kind of a move.
Yeah, because it was a bad one too. Nico banged his head off the turf.
Yeah, he coming off the field, he looked rough. He did.
Yeah. So I really don't think Nico's going to play in this game. I can see the Texans defense keeping this game close, which is why I think the line is as low as it is.
Yeah.
But the Patriots sort of have a secret weapon against the Texans, which is that all the receivers are kind of bad. So Stingley can't take away the thing they're used to.
Yeah. And in some ways, the more pressure you bring to bear on Drake May, there will be times when it's actually when it will hurt them, because he will just leave the pot. He will just go.
Yeah,
and
maybe, but the Texans get pressure with 4 a lot.
They do, but he's still going to generate first downs. He's gonna run into space. He's going to do all those things, and sometimes doing the whole let's just contain kind of thing. But that's not at all who those guys are, you know. So they're going to just let him go and hope that they can get home. It's a great matchup. We'll see.
A bet I'm going to try to look to make is longest touchdown on the weekend. It's TreVeyon Henderson. I can see like a perfectly called draw play go for like a 70-yard touchdown for TreVeyon here.
He is, he's behind Stevenson right now, which is a curious thing.
Yes and no. They are much more closer to being truly split.
Yeah.
And I think that the game scenarios have favored more usage for Stevenson. Yes,
they have, but to me, that's you're kind of like holstering one of your really big advantages.
Yeah.
Is the ability to create easier plays. I mean, if you can make plays just by handing the ball off, that's easier than throwing. Chunk plays kind of things. Handing the ball to Stevenson doesn't necessarily mean you're getting chunk plays, right? But I think you will with Henderson. I that's an intriguing bet. It's a good one.
Yeah. Because I'm thinking about it like, who's going to score a long touchdown on the Bills? A long touchdown. Nobody. The Broncos, it's not going to be RJ Harvey or Cortland Sutton. Like maybe Troy Franklin or Marvin Mims, but are they more likely than Henderson? Probably not, but they might have lower odds. Long touchdown? No, he was like a 4.6.
Yeah, right? It's plenty.
If we need the longest touchdown on the you need somebody who will get behind the defense and never get caught, right? Is what we're looking for.
Yeah.
And then on the Rams, there's no one, right? They don't have any speed burners, right? They're going to score the longest touchdown. It's not going to be Puka.
That's about it.
Yeah, 2-2 maybe.
Yeah.
And then the Bears, it'd be Burden. So
yeah.
So I think TreVeyon Henderson, if you can get good odds on, it's actually a good bet for longest touchdown on the weekend. Christian Gonzalez might miss this game.
Yeah.
But I'm more sure that Nico's going to miss. If they both miss, I think it's not even a wash. I think the Texans miss Nico a lot more.
Yeah.
In this matchup.
Yeah, so, I mean, their other weapons are it's Jaden Higgins, who's a rookie, and Jalen Noel's rookie.
Yeah. Christian Kirk.
Christian Kirk is, obviously he went off last week.
Yeah. Or Charlie Kirk if you're Stephen A.
I saw it. Wow.
Just a slip of the tongue. I mean, I didn't take anything into it, but man, he was getting roasted.
Yeah. It's just humorous though.
And the thing is, Stephen A. Smith deserves to get roasted. Not for this, I don't think, but since he deserves it, we could just roast him anyways.
Yeah.
So I do think that the Patriots will win here, but I will not be surprised if the Texans are able to turn this into a 16-13.
Yeah.
Slugfest.
This would be a good game to watch. Back and forth, kind of.
Yeah. And the final game, 6:30 Sunday night, Rams at Bears. I see the Rams here favored by 3.5. I have to double check that one.
I could see that being legit. Yeah, it is 3.5. Yeah.
It is. Okay. Major disrespectful. Major disrespect. I think the Rams should be favored by 1 in this game because I think it's fair to say that the Rams are the better team.
Yeah.
It's still Chicago. It's still Chicago at 5:30 Chicago time.
Yeah.
In January, it's going to be freezing cold for the Rams in that spot. Yep. That stadium's going to be insane.
Yep.
And the Bears have this thing going for them, kind of like the 07 Giants, where it's just like we're playing with house money at this point.
Yeah.
You know, they're playing so free, so loose. It's like if they could lose this game, season's a massive success. Everybody loves Caleb Williams now. Ben Johnson is there to stay. Like
he's already a legend. Yeah.
Yeah. Like everybody in the season's gonna feel great. It'll be so hyped for next year.
Yep.
So they could just there's no pressure on them at all. They could just come out, play their game, and meanwhile the Rams, Stafford, any game could be his last.
Who knows? Yeah.
Right. Devontae Adams is probably feeling like this is my best chance. I have to win this. I have to win it this year. I have to win it this year.
Yeah.
You know, all this pressure. I can see the Bears winning here kind of easily with that combination. Even though I do think the Rams are the better team.
Yeah, I mean that's one where I don't necessarily. I think I'm holding the Bears too much to account for the way they've looked at times. Like, all right, you looked horrible for 3 quarters, and then you had your 4th quarter explosion, and you've relied on that kind of stuff for many wins this year. At some point in time, it's going to run out. You know, that kind of good fortune or whatever you want to call it. They're just not going to be able to overcome whatever hole they've put themselves in. But I wouldn't think that anybody watching the Rams play last week would think that they're this juggernaut powerhouse going to Chicago. It's going to steamroll the Bears. I don't think that's the case at all. So it's just going to be a matchup of, like you said, is how cold is it going to be? Are the players on the Rams going to be able to deal with that stuff? That one, to me, that's the game of the weekend.
Really, more than Bills Broncos?
Yeah. The Bills and Broncos is kind of like, I don't know, maybe it's because Denver's kind of a little bit on the boring side of things. But like I see the Bears as being pretty damn exciting, almost like must-see TV at times, and the Rams are too. You know, so that one to me is like that's going to be, and it'll probably be a dud. It's going to be a 13-9 final, whatever it is. But just for me, it's that one has the most lure.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, certainly probably has the best quarterback matchup.
Yeah,
of the four games.
Yeah, I mean it depends on what you think of Bo Nix, because Bo Nix and Josh Allen's pretty good.
I think Bo Nix is not as good as Caleb Williams or Matt Stafford.
I agree.
I'm pretty confident in saying that. So I know it's kind of chalk. I did take the home team to win every game, although I guess it is an underdog in the Bears situation. I think the winner of Rams Bears wins the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I think the Rams are the best team left. If they can get over this going to Chicago in the cold or whatever, come out of there with the win. They're either hosting the 49ers or going to Seattle. They don't care about that.
Yeah.
And I think if the Bears win this game, it's just one of those things where it's just like there's no stopping them at that point. It's like it's like a team of destiny sort of thing. Like this is actually like it's happening meme, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't love the Bears having to travel to Seattle, though. But you've said it, and you're right. At that point, it's house money. It's not relevant, really, what happens. It just isn't. You know, it's the best Bears season in a very long time. Yep. It's year one. Like, it's amazing.
Yep. So I'll take the winner of Rams Bears now to be the team that wins the Super Bowl, just based on the setup that we have here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Any other thoughts? Oh,
no.
Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin quit as coach of the Steelers.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. How many is there? 10 openings? Is that how many ended up with?
9.
9?
There's 9.
It's I don't know what to make of Mike Tomlin. Like I know that he's got the history of not, of making the playoffs and all this other stuff. I know that if I were a fan of a team and if they were bringing in Mike Tomlin to be the coach, I would be worried about the team. Because I think you've said this in our outside of the show chat, but I think the game is in some ways past him.
Mm-hmm.
His superpower for the longest time was to get very volatile personalities together to try to all sort of march in the same direction. And he was great at it. And I'm not saying that the Steelers should have been drafting crazy people. That's not what I'm saying. But that's what he did really well. And he was great at it. So,
but what if that's all he can do? What if that's his only skill is getting horrible human beings to buy into him?
I don't have an argument against it. What you're saying, I don't. I mean, 9-8, 9-8, 9-8, 9-8, whatever it is, losing in the first round, and then sometimes just getting smoked and being looking like you were completely unprepared to play. Yeah. But I mean, he did have his run, and he did do really good things. It just happens to be a long time ago. I don't know what his future holds. I don't know where, with his personality, I don't know where he would end up. I don't know.
If he wanted to grind recruiting, he would be a legendary college football coach.
And I imagine he could get young kids to run through walls for him. Yeah. That may be where his future is.
I just don't know that he wants the grind of it all for 19 years in the NFL. He's got to have so much money now. I just don't know if having to go to college, do with the NIL stuff and all that is what he would want to do.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think of like a good situation for him that could pop open soon, like Florida State next year.
Yeah.
Take a year off, he's in Pittsburgh, just go be analyst assistant for Pitt and just sort of learn the college landscape. Hang out,
go do SEC
chill.
TV for a year.
Yeah. And then
just do it.
And then to Florida State next year.
They would have some buzz.
Could you imagine the portal?
Yes. I can.
When Mike Tomlin becomes the coach of Florida State and the Florida State calls you, hey, you want to go to Florida State? I'm Mike Tomlin. I mean,
hang on, coach.
I mean, if I were a sophomore wide receiver who was highly recruited, but was looking to be number 3 on the depth chart going to my junior year, and Mike Tomlin called me, I'm at least listening. Like, there's no way
you're probably doing more than listening.
You don't just hang up the phone. You know what I mean?
No.
It's like,
sir. Yes,
what?
sir. Yeah.
Yeah,
no doubt.
Yes. So that is what I would do if I were him, rather than trying to get back in the NFL. And he has something to prove in the NFL. Right. He might feel he does, like, oh, you got to win another Super Bowl to show it, but he does it. He is a great NFL coach. He's proven it. Imagine he goes to college, he wins a national championship. Legend
yes,
coach,
sure.
Legend status.
For sure.
Would be amazing. So for me, that's what I think he should do. No coach hires yet, right?
No
coach hires.
I mean, I think the Harbaugh to the Giants thing is,
it's got steam.
More than steam. If we were looking at Vatican City right now, there'd be white smoke coming out of the pipe.
Nah, he's too busy watching his Bears. Might explain why they're winning.
I'm just saying that from what I understand, that is a done deal. Yeah. And it's just tinkering in and around. What are you going to do with Shane? And how much money are you going to pay me?
Do you think on that 4th and 8 pass to Odunze, as Caleb was running around, the Pope was sitting there like the Holy Rollers on The Simpsons, like, God, are you there? It's me, Bob. And he got the pass to Odunze.
Help. Yeah. What a ridiculous throw. Just ridiculous. Yeah. Obscene.
Absurd. Yeah. Just an insane throw.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you everybody for joining us today. I'll become some very interesting TikToks out of this.
Yeah.
Be sure to like, follow, subscribe, leave comments, any of that sort of thing. Scott, anything else?
No. Good luck with everything. Dave.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Good luck.
And we'll be back next week to discuss the divisional round games, preview the conference championship, and probably declare the Rams or the Bears future Super Bowl champions. Until then, peace.